So we'll go back to our practice wiki in the Blackboard 2.0 course by clicking on course materials. We'll view our wiki, and there's nothing here except the home page. Over on the right, this is where all the action is. So I can edit this page, I can create a new page, I can look at the history of this page, I can print all of the text of this page with the comments. This might be something that you would explore after your kids have done some work with the wiki and you want to see what's going on, who's done what. It gives you some stats. Right now I'm the only page contributor because if you remember from one of the other videos, I'm the only member of this course that has the privilege of writing in wikis. We can search, and then we have a toolbox down here for looking around. So let's go ahead and edit this page. So I'm going to click on edit up on the right hand side. It now brings me to the familiar way that you interact with Blackboard in this text box where we can edit things. I can change the name from home to something a little bit more useful, like maybe welcome. And then I'll add some text down here. Let's do it correctly. This wiki is a sample used to explain how to interact with a wiki. We have lots of options here for adding web links into the wiki. We can add movies. We can add pictures. Let's see what else here. We can upload a file. This would be the web link. We can also add these little emoticons. We'll go with a smiley face here. Which smiley face do we like? We'll go with the sunglasses. Why not? Alright, so we've added some text to this wiki. Now it's important whenever we get done with this that we click save. We now see that our practice wiki has been, instead of home, it's now welcome. In site navigation down here we also have just the one welcome page. Alright, so let's go ahead and add a comment just so we can see what's going on here. Now notice the comments are separate here and it's by default hidden, but I can add a comment. Wow, nice typing. Add comment. Now it doesn't display the comment, but it tells me that there's a comment over here, and I can now view the comment. As an instructor, I can delete the comment. As a student, I should not be able to delete the comment. I can add another comment if we want. We don't need to do that. Alright, so there's a comment. There's a, let's say I want to edit this again. I want now to put a dividing point here, so I'm going to add a line, and then below the line I'm going to say students may enter their thoughts here, and then save. Okay, so again, not hugely exciting, but the purpose of this is so that we can now go and take a look at some of the other options here. Notably, we want to look at the history. This will show us how this wiki came to be the way it is. So if I click on history, you'll see that there are several versions of it, starting with the original, modified all by me since I'm the only student here. But I can go back to the original version. Okay, not much there. Look at the next version. I added this text. Look at the next version. I added the line, and the students can enter their thoughts here. Okay, so back to revision history. Those are my three. Back to the wiki itself. Notice it doesn't tell me about commenting. If I just print, I get the text of the wiki, like this window shows. If I click on the word with comments, I get the text of the wiki plus the comments. There we go. That's the correct way to get the comments to show. Now you don't actually have to print this, but you can expand the whole wiki this way and run through and see who's commented when. So if students are required to add some original idea to the content of the page and comment on somebody else's original idea, this is how you would look at it. And we're going to go to the control panel in the course, and we're going to assess wikis so we can see what this does for us. Alright, so Blackboard in-service course wiki tool and then the practice wiki. We only have one here, so I want to view participation for the practice wiki. It shows that there's been 3 changes to the page, 100% of which have been done by me. Alright, we'll look at one that I've had many users on in just a minute, and you'll see how this changes. And it also shows how many lines I've modified. Again, 100% of this was done by me. Alright. Okay, let's go to a different course. This was our IB Group 4 course that we used this past fall. And we have some wikis in here with many users. Alright, so these are the directions for the wiki here. Here's the actual wiki itself. You can see that, I'll just scroll down really quickly here. Page contributors. Oh, somewhere on the order of 20. Lots of them have posted things, highlighted different things having to do with malaria and how we can prevent malaria from being such an issue worldwide. So we'll just scroll on down the page, and then at the bottom we have a list of sources. So this looks like somebody has attempted to do this as a typical wiki that you would find like in Wikipedia, where they have edited the data a little bit. So this should have an interesting history to it. You can see here who was first in and all that kind of stuff. There's been 46 revisions to this wiki over the course of September 26th to December. We can view the different versions if we want to. That's not really where we're after. Let's go to the control panel and assess the wikis, and you'll see there are a lot of wikis here. We want the malaria wiki, view participation. It'll take a minute. Alright, and now I have the entire roster of who's enrolled in this wiki, how many times that they were in. So for example, we'll just use this first person, and really these names should be blanked out here. But the first person here was in, had 15 pages out of 174 for 9% total. They modified 20% of the wiki by editing, and that's an active user. Most of the rest of these users put in their information, and that was about it. So you see 1s and 2s and 3%. The 1% probably are not so great, and then there's a 0%, which means that, you know, for rounding purposes, it's less than 0.5%. And then there are a few, and these are teachers down here, who have not participated in this wiki, and you know they shouldn't have, so that's fine. But you know, every student did something, even if it was minimal. They did put some information in there. And if you wanted to look at the view detail, I'll use mine as an example. Down here near the bottom, I'm a 0% on this one. I guess that's not going to help much. Alright, but this shows my history in all of the different areas of this particular group.